Okay, I got it working. Hello there, internet humans. My name is Naranja Peel and I'm a typhogeny. I live on an island called Marrow and we just got the electricity and internet working again. But don't worry, this isn't a distress signal or anything. No, things actually pretty great here since Incarnus' herald freed us from the humans who enslaved us here. No, what I'm here to talk about is our god Incarnus and the mythology of the humans who used to worship him. I wanted to do this after seeing all kinds of videos on YouTube about different human mythologies. Thought it was a tragedy to think that certain corporations, the ancient Marrow, don't really have anyone left to tell the stories. So I talked to Mrs. Oleander about it, and she told me it'd be a great idea to talk about Marrow mythology on the internet. After all, not all humans are bad, and Marrow's culture deserves to be remembered. I asked her how I would do that, considering everything was lost. So she took me to the temple and showed me the Incarna statue. She knocked on a part of it, and a secret compartment opened up. Now, from personal experience, I wouldn't be inclined to see secret anythings as good things, but this one was full of all kinds of books and stone tablets. Mrs. Oleander said these had been squirreled away by the Marrow during the Typhon invasion, and she'd been keeping it a secret just in case Incarnus' plan failed and we all died. So she helped me translate the text with her magic eye, and I'm here to abridge and summarize it for you today. Okay, first things first, Marrow mythology can be divided into two distinct sections. The Pimiki, basically detailing the creation of the world and establishment of the rules of nature and laws of the world. And the Moko Miki, which has stories taking place after. Luckily, the Moncana Baraka, atonement to serve as an educational textbook for new priests, has detailed tellings of several of these myths. We'll start in the Pimiki with the Marrow creation myth. Okay, so we start on a barren sphere floating in the void. A god called Virmaja promptly appears out of nowhere and crashes into the sphere. They seem to not find this situation agreeable, as they immediately scream and explode. The sphere is covered in their blood and viscera, and from that emerges the land, the sea, the sky, and most importantly, three horned gods. Jibanji, the horned bat, Kotakai, the horned spider, and Ujabe, the horned snake. Each of them claims a part of the planet and starts creating things in them. Jibanji claims the sky, Kotakai claims the land, and Ujabe claims the sea. They are doing well filling the world with life until they are spotted by Za, the personification of the evils of the universe and his many monstrous children. They take offense to the god's creation of life and start destroying as much of it as they can. The horned gods, eager to defend their creation, start to do battle with Za and his kin. During the fight, Za manages to grab hold of Ujabe and skin him alive. He then throws his flayed body to the ground, where he's devoured by Za's children. Za then proceeds to mock the grief of the surviving gods, but no sooner does he do that than Ujabe's enraged spirit rises up. His rage and hatred is so great that his soul immediately starts to rot and he becomes a curse. Now, Ujabe is a god, so the curse his soul leaves behind is bad. I'm talking Cthulhu levels of eldritch horror powerful. The very sight of this is so terrifying that it obliterates half of Za's children and drives the other half, including Za himself, mad. Seeing no other way to survive this, they all retreat back to where they came from. While the Za problem is solved, the new problem of Ujabe's curse is now threatening to destroy the world itself. Both Jibanji and Kotakai take shelter to come up with a way to stop their now destructively evil former friend. They come up with a plan to seal Ujabe's curse by grabbing his skin and using Kotakai's webs to weave the love they both feel for Ujabe into it and slip it over him. Problem is even getting close to him. If they even look at this thing, There's a very real possibility they could either die or go mad. So Jibanji comes up with the brilliant plan of distracting the rampaging curse by fighting him blindfolded. So Jimbanji engages in battle, and in the process fulfills the trope of a storm god fighting a snake-faced monster that's in literally every mythology, while Kotakai creates the seal. Kotakai finishes weaving and gets the seal onto Yujibe, quelling his curse, but unfortunately not before Jibanji's blindfold rips, causing Jibanji to glimpse at the curse for just a second, driving him just a little mad, but also granting him the type of genius that can only really come with madness. Anyway, with that all settled, Jibanji and Kotakai are at first overjoyed to have their brother back, until Yujibe informs him that as an accursed undead god, it's far too dangerous for him to remain in the same realm as them. Jibanji and Kotakai are understandably devastated at this, but understand that this is just the way things have to be. They create a realm for him and all the dead who would come after him. They fill it with blue flames and starry water to make it a place of comfort and beauty. They call this place Nis and tell Yujibe that though he is bound to this land, he will be his king and they will forever honor him as the highest of gods. Considering the fact that Yujibe is now dead and reborn, he decides to change his name. He goes about calling himself Incarnus and officially becomes king of the dead, god of the soul, and process of reincarnation. In respect for their fallen brother, the others change their name as well. Jimbanji becomes Teslero, god of weather, knowledge, creativity, art, and madness, and Kotakai becomes Jor, goddess of life, love, fertility, family, and civilization. With the three main gods established, we'll be ready to delve into more of this mythology next time. I hope you humans really enjoyed this, and I really hope to see you next time. Goodbye.